Imagine waking up in an ICU bed, your heart struggling to pump at just 25% capacity, while the most powerful family in Hollywood is filing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit to silence you forever. This isn't a movie plot, it's the current terrifying reality for Ray J. For 20 years, we were told a story. A story about a leaked tape, a victimized daughter, and a lucky break that launched a billion-dollar dynasty. But according to Ray J, that story is a lie, and the price for telling the truth might just be his life. He isn't just crashing out on Instagram anymore. He's claiming that the very people who built their empire on his name are now trying to off him before he can testify in what he calls a massive federal RICO case. The tension reached a breaking point when Ray J went live, his voice raspy and his breathing heavy, claiming his heart was failing. But it wasn't just the illness that shocked the world, it was the accusation. He flat out accused the Kardashians of using substances, some even speculating he meant cyanide, to cause a sudden medical emergency right as he began leaking the deliverables. These aren't just rumors, these are documents, contracts, and receipts that prove the 2006 leak was a highly orchestrated business transaction, signed and sealed by Kris Jenner herself. But as Ray J fights for his breath, a much darker pattern is emerging, one that links his struggle to the same medical silencing tactics allegedly used against Kanye West and Britney Spears. For 2 decades, Kim Kardashian has maintained that the tape that made her famous was taken and released against her will. It was the foundation of her brand, the relatable girl who turned a tragedy into a triumph. But Ray J just pulled the rug out from under that entire narrative. He didn't just talk, he showed the paper. He revealed a contract where both he and Kim were set to receive exactly 12.5% of the profits. Think about that for a second. If a tape is stolen, why is there a profit-sharing agreement signed by both parties? Ray J pointed out something even more damning, the deliverables. In the world of adult film contracts, deliverables are the specific scenes you are selling. According to Ray J, Kim was in the room with him, rushing him to sign, even offering to fill out his sections for him just to get the deal done faster. He showed the original copies, handwritten notes detailing Tape 1 Cabo intro, Tape 2 Cabo, and Tape 3 Santa Barbara. This wasn't a mistake, it was a 3-part content rollout planned with the precision of a military operation. Ray J claims the Kardashians have spent 20 years peddling a false story, and now that he's refusing to play his part in their tall tale, the legal and physical threats have escalated to a level we've never seen before. What makes this situation different from a typical celebrity feud is the word RICO. This isn't just about defamation or hurt feelings. Ray J has publicly claimed that he is helping federal authorities build a racketeer-influenced and corrupt organizations case against the Kardashian-Jenner inner circle. He describes their operation not as a family business, but as a criminal enterprise. He alleges they've engaged in illegal activities ranging from financial fraud to identity theft to maintain their status at the top of the Hollywood food chain. When Kris and Kim heard these allegations, they didn't just ignore the noise. They hired Alex Spiro, the same high-powered lawyer known for protecting Hollywood's most elite interests, to hit Ray J with a defamation suit. But Ray J didn't flinch. In fact, he doubled down, filing a motion to dismiss their suit by claiming his statements are substantially true. He's essentially daring them to go to discovery, where their private emails, texts, and financial records would become public record. Many believe this is why his health took such a sudden, drastic turn. In the world of high-stakes litigation, a dead witness can't testify, and the timing of Ray J's heart emergency has people asking, is it a coincidence or a calculated intervention? The most chilling part of Ray J's story is the parallel to Kanye West. We all remember when Kanye started going off about the industry, only to be forcibly hospitalized and allegedly placed on high doses of lithium. Kanye himself looked into a camera and asked why it took doctors 4 days to tell him his dosage, claiming they were embarrassed by the amount they were trying to put in his system. He warned that if he had taken the medication, he would have ended up like Michael Jackson or a wrecked version of himself, unable to speak his truth. Now look at Ray J. He's in the ICU, claiming his heart is failing, and his ex-girlfriend Sheila is revealing that the pressure from the Kardashians has made him suicidal. She even admitted to slapping him to stop him from jumping off a ledge during a breakdown. This is the Kardashian playbook in action. When someone knows too much, you don't just sue them, you crazy them. You medicate them until their memory is fuzzy and let the public believe they're just another messy celebrity having a midlife crisis. It happened to Kanye, it happened to Britney, and now Ray J's claiming he's the next target on the list. There's a theory circulating in the dark corners of the internet that the Kardashians are destiny stealers. Look at the trail of people left in their wake. Before the tape, Ray J was a platinum-selling artist and the star of his own shows. After the tape, he became a punchline while Kim became a billionaire. Paris Hilton was the undisputed queen of Hollywood until Kim, her former closet organizer, used her blueprint to surpass her, leaving Paris to fall off for a decade. Kanye West was a musical genius at the peak of his influence when he married into the family. Now he's a social pariah fighting for his autonomy. It's as if the family absorbs the cultural capital of the people they associate with, leaving the original source drained, discredited, and broken. This is exactly what people mean when they talk about the Kardashian curse, but Ray J is suggesting it's not a curse, it's a strategy. By controlling the narrative and using high-priced lawyers to bribe and bully anyone who tries to leave the circle, they ensure that the commodity, which is what Kanye called Kim, remains the most valuable asset in the world. If you think the sex tape drama is the peak of the scandal, you haven't looked at the Epstein files. In the 2024 document releases, witness testimony mentioned the Kardashians in a way that should have been front-page news. And a victim alleged that Ghislaine Maxwell shared close ties with the family and that they were involved in using identities for business funds and complex financial dealings. Specifically, Khloe and Kendall were mentioned to having a special interest in the marriage and name changes of certain individuals linked to the case. While these are allegations and not convictions, they add a layer of dark money to the Kardashian brand that explains why they are so desperate to silence Ray J. If Ray J's RICO claims are true, the tape is just the tip of the iceberg. We could be looking at 20 years of identity fraud, money laundering, and strategic production of people for profit. Kanye tweeted it himself. The Kardashians are ex-workers, and they use all of the black people they strategically produce. He even went as far as to say he is 100% convinced his children are being raised in an environment that resembles a high-end ring. Ray J is currently a man on the edge. He's increased his security, he is documenting his medical vitals daily, and he is refusing to back down from the legal war. He told his followers, "You can never tear down the black culture, or me, or God." He is framing this as a spiritual and cultural battle for the soul of the industry. But the question remains, can one man with a heart beating at 25% actually take down a dynasty that has the media, the lawyers, and the system in their pocket? Or is he just the latest commodity to be transacted upon until there's nothing left? As Ray J fights for his life and his reputation, the receipts he's leaking are forcing the world to look at the Kardashians not as reality stars, but as the architects of a system that might be much more dangerous than any of us ever imagined. The clock is ticking, and as Ray J says, 2027 is a wrap. But for who?